Hey everyone, I'm Rather Incoherent, back with more heavily modded XCOM 2. I was just taking a look at the memorial between videos, and I think it's really funny. There's only like two kinds of deaths, right? First mission, you've never done anything. One mission, 1 kill. One mission, 0 kills. One mission, 0 kills. Or like literally the best soldiers I've had. 2 missions, 7 kills. 2 missions, 10 kills, right? Like, they're either the brightest stars burn the fastest, or literally nobody's, like, shrapnel who. I think it's really funny there's no in between. Like, it's a rising star cut way too short or a complete stranger with no middle ground so far. Hopefully that wasn't foreshadowing and we aren't adding any new portraits to that memorial in Operation Absolute Blade. We're doing this as step 1 of 2 to counter Advent Sealed Armor. Now, the team that's going on this is not optimal. I'm running all of my sparks. The reason for this is to preserve manpower. Sparks don't get tired. So by sending them on missions, I'm not taking fatigue on soldiers. I'm making my roster last longer. And hopefully that lets me run some more missions than I otherwise might. Additionally, right now, none of my sparks are injured. And this mission is a very difficult mission with air patrols guaranteeing additional reinforcements once we start. And then at the end of it, it's a reinforcement pod mission where you have to hold out to get out against multiple waves of reinforcements. I feel like I want the second Pioneer to tank. Like, one Pioneer could easily go down and get shut down to be forced to evac. I think with double Pioneers splitting up the damage, I can probably keep them both alive with relative ease. These Infiltrators are probably two of the... not even probably. These 2 Infiltrators are the best units in XCOM right now. Between their upgraded Helix rail cannons, the double rocket launcher, the plated bit for combat protocol and bombardment protocol, these guys are the strongest units in XCOM at the minute. Any mission with these units on it is automatically one of the easier missions. As for the supporting cast of the Sparks, we have a tech specialist to fix them with our skirmishers Bullpup, a Gremlin Mark II, and the Skulljack. On the note of the Gremlin Mark II and upgraded gear in general, this squad is pretty much maxed for this point in the game. We don't have the tech set to upgrade the Gauntlet or the Grenade Launcher, and the Spark Armor is comically expensive, but aside from those 2 things, we have every upgrade possible for this team. We have a Lieutenant on Big Large for the tech spec, we have Lieutenants for Sapper and for Combat Engineer. Sapper being a huge one because that gets you to, what's it called? Volatile Mix for +2 damage on your grenades. We also picked up an EMP bomb and blue screen rounds between our missions, and we're kitting those out for our Sapper and for the closest to a gun user we have in Regal Dawn. I'm thinking about this. I don't know that I actually want Regal Dawn. Originally, I was so sure that Regal Dawn should be here because he'd be a scout, but this is a reinforcement pod mission at the end. If I'm not bringing Regal Dawn, who would be getting those blue screen rounds and making better use of them? Because that's what I'm thinking about. I want to scout with a Reaper, which means I don't really make good use of the blue screen rounds. The only good choices I have are these Marines, Umbral Assault and Minuscule Magpie. They're not terrible options. I think I'll get more value out of a Marine than a Reaper in this mission. And Umbral Assault's got higher will, so I'm going to send them instead. And thinking on it with Steel Guardian, I'm switching over to doubling my frag grenade in the grenade pocket as opposed to the EMP bomb. I can't imagine I'm in a situation where I need more than 1 EMP bomb. There's just not enough dangerous mechs in the game currently to justify duplicating this EMP bomb. 1's going to be plenty. Oh, we also have a blue screen canister on our one of our Sparks. I forgot we made that. That's going to be interesting to try out. But yeah, it's a very well-kitted team. It's a very strong team. It is designed to spread our roster as far as it can go, so it's not completely optimal, but it's pretty damn close to the strongest team I can field. Let's see how they do. Hopefully the answer is incredibly well despite the obscene number of aliens and this very difficult plus reinforcements mission. As we load in, we immediately have audio cues. So I think the sensible thing to do is just run forward a tiny bit here. There's no time limit on this mission. That is a big pod. That is a pod of 6 with some very high-tech stuff in it. I don't think they ever patrol directly at map edge, and I'm not willing to gamble on that. Let's take someone around the flank first, make sure it's safe to walk into this room. I'm not looking to start an ambush anytime soon. I'm willing to take this very slow. So we can get here, get a better look at the pod. Joke's on me, not really. We do have our first Frost Droid of the game. We have missed Frost Droid Basic entirely. We're going straight to Veterans. First Spectre of the game, which is pretty spooky. I do want to get a recap of Spectre abilities, right? They're immune to poison, fire, acid, and mental. They repair 3 damage a turn. Their first reaction shot against... oh no, our first reaction shot against them, a misses. Just worded for your perks, not theirs. They can vanish and run around very quickly. They can shadow bind us, create copies, and disable us. And they have horror, which, you know, it does stuff. It hits you and heals them. Haven't seen that in ages. Don't recall what it looks like at all. I think we just generally move forward into this room. There's nothing too crazy going on. I'll just daisy chain the full cover on the Pioneer. Easiest way to handle it. I'm gonna just blue move out like this with the tech spec and try to look around this corner, make sure nothing's on top of us, because that wasn't the sound cue I got off the start of the mission. Still nothing there though, which is on the whole probably a good thing, but I am wondering what it was I was hearing now. Just take cover up top here. And for my last one, again, I'll just put it up top somewhere. I guess here, because it's able to reach that point. Oh, Umbral Assault was just hiding behind it. Never mind, we're not done yet. Full cover position. Good job, Marine. Now we should be able to see them walking this way or that way. They shouldn't be coming down. Oh, wow, am I wrong? No, they're going just across this. The Spectre's leading. I heard sparks to the right, but that could be my own sparks and not a mech on the map. Nothing in this room so far. Just gonna move to the door and take a peek out. We got chrysalids, 2 hive drones. Going to peek out here on Steel Guardian. Nothing new. Those hive drones could catch me if I go out here like I was thinking I wanted to. Fiber Giant and the other Spark Dread Mechanism are just gonna be getting and covered here as far forward as they go. Everyone else is going to keep moving in this direction. I don't want to ambush the Chrysalid pod at all, but I want better understanding of the map before I start making commitments to things. Oh, you can't quite get as far as I was hoping you would. I should be safe here. There's just no way for him to get flanked this turn. Carbon Mile is glitched and cannot move. I've used TTC and now he can move again. He just has to move here first for some reason. If you say so, game. If you say so. I'll just stand behind the Pioneers. They're technically full cover, so they can't see me. The daisy chain of spark cover for concealment is one of the dumbest things that you get to see.
On the move.
I think that is everyone running forward. It's... Did you know that common engineers are physically faster than sparks? That was weird to watch. I completely lost my train of thought when I saw that. So they're coming into the room that we were in pretty fast. Still not looking to ambush them until I have a better understanding of the map. I want to know where the other pods are. Very difficult means there's a shitload of enemies, and this Chrysalid Hive drone is actually patrolling in a really awkward way for me. Yeah, we're just completely pinned here now. My common engineer can circle around like that, giving a position for my Marine. You can get behind the sparks. As for the Sapper, I want to break line of sight on that side anyway. I think that what I want to do is to come around the back like this and get to here. Look out that door. Take overwatches on anyone who hasn't moved yet because, you know, we can't move. We're pinned. Now, if you guys would just, like, sprint into this room, I'll be very upset with you. I was not really thinking at all that, like, oh yeah, they're probably coming straight for the corner just like the other pod. Come on, just don't walk towards me. Go this way. Go up. Oh, you bastards. Alright, this is how the fight starts then. We should at the very least get to kill both Chrysalids with relative ease. Yeah. Now, the problem is we're pulling this other pod immediately in a very, very awkward and unplanned pull. Was not expecting the Chrysalids to be there and pin me when I made my move over here last turn.
They got me flanked.
Not looking too bad so far. They're all relatively close together.
Need to find some new cover.
They're all just stacking up beautifully for me, in fact.
About to get burned to a granite.
Oh, please, calm down. So, if we take a look at our normal spark rockets, they seem very good. It's hard for me to imagine that I don't use at least one overdrive here. Do sparks block rockets? No. Good. I'm going to use the overdrive on the spark in the back, Carbon Mile, or the infiltrator in the back, rather. I should specify there are 2 types of sparks after all. He has 2 rockets and a bombardment protocol, and that should just be enough to kill all of this, basically. You stacked up way too hard for this flank, buddy. There goes all of their cover, most of their armor. Then we drop bombardment protocol on them immediately afterwards. I could do it here instead. I think we just have easy solutions to this stuff that doesn't require anyone else, though. So drop that. That'll be all of them dead. Corpses don't matter for this mission type because we are going to be evacuating at the end. We don't get corpses in the first place, so destroying them with explosives doesn't matter. Oh, speaking of, I've never even mentioned that in this campaign. When you kill enemies in this campaign, you don't get their corpse if you use explosives, just like you wouldn't get the loot, just like XCOM 2012. I'm gonna hold this shot for a hot second. No reason to use it right now. I got another bombardment protocol here, but I would like to hold it. To me, the sensible thing to do is just to walk out and take a point-blank shot on the Muton Legionnaire recruit. I don't want to be right against it to give it armor, and I'm going to be a little bit further even to make sure that I don't give it armor relative to other people. It does give me a 2% to miss, unfortunately, but oh well. Dread Mechanism can run forward at this point. I don't think he's in range to use a flamethrower, unfortunately. He is just in range, in fact. Very nice. Going to just take a shot at... Oh, they're in really good cover relative to me. I'm not going to just take a shot. I lied. You have to move and hunker down no matter what I want to do. Because you're going to light on fire because your position was still on fire last turn, so you move and then you hunker. Easy peasy. Same story here, it turns out. So I'm going to move and then hunker. Oh, you didn't actually get lit on fire. You lied to me. You have no armor and 23 health, so you die to this. Or sorry, you have no armor and 1 health. I don't know why I said the shot percentage instead of his actual health number, but here we are. I think I'm just going to reload Overwatch here. Because we're going to get a bunch of reaction shots against him when he tries to leave. I will take a kinetic strike to try to knock him out, though. And also to try to break his cover for other people to shoot at him. Man, we're really struggling here, huh? Is he able to be shot now? Sort of. Going to kinetic strike to get a 3rd attempt to punch him when he tries to run away. Because all 3 of these guys are going to get counter strike when the Frost Droid tries to reposition. He'll probably live, to be honest. I don't think it's going to work. That suppression is glitched. It's not real. We're stacked pretty hard for a grenade. I would like to not stack any harder. We're not getting a flank shot no matter what we do. So I'm just going to run here. No matter what I do, I'm stacked for a grenade. So there's no point in trying to avoid stacking for a grenade and just instead maximizing the chance that this guy dies. They'll still get through effectively 2 health because of the ablative shield being resistant. Now, the one guy who has a move is already adjacent to him. So we just end our turn, and we all slap the shit out of him, and he doesn't get to kill us, right? Yeah! Good job, boys. Get him. That was amazing. Okay, so from here, we just want to walk away. Oh. Okay, so we don't want to walk away anymore, because we want to deal with that. Incoming, huh? That's the one that is immediately happening. So I was in the process of figuring out how to deal with this, and I got white screen bug. And when I reloaded my save, I can now see that people are here, which is very important information because it's an open door between me and them. So I appreciate the inside information, game. Really shouldn't have that, because normally my default reaction would be to run like one of my sparks onto this, but I just can't do that. I think I want to reload Overwatch on both of my ascents, or both of my infiltrators rather. Going to move forward ever so slightly on Fiber Giant and Dread Mechanism, but not really get anything done on them. Like, I don't expect these Overwatches to matter. I'm just moving them so that they're closer to the enemy's next turn. Going to get Big Large into cover back here. I know he's not getting a relevant Overwatch this turn. Get into cover and Overwatch there. Get into cover Overwatch here. And get into cover Overwatch here. Running forward's just going to pull the pod on the objective, so that narrows down the possible paths we can use for this ambush to just this. Advent Mech ×2 Legionary Recruiter, or sorry, Legionary Recruit and Purifier. Jesus Christ. Good job. What's your name? Umbral Assaults. Also, Purifier goes down in flames. And the game hitches. Alright, we're finally able to move again. Our Overwatch trap is not done. Huge damage to the Advent Mech. Might just be, yep, just dead. Showing the superior mechs. So there's an anti-riot mech that lived the turn. Unsurprisingly, made a lot of noise and they ran straight at us. But it's better to trigger them here than we would be triggering them by running forward last turn. It's a very difficult mission, so it's no surprise that somebody was in range to hear this and sprint at us. Shield bearer is definitely on the gross side. That's on the gross side too. Wasn't expecting the double pull this turn.
Eyes on an advent position.
Hive drone, sectoid mindbender, advent mech. That is a grab bag of a pod. There's an advent mech out here. I can get a test for how much damage an EMP grenade does to him. Doesn't quite kill them. It's actually tragic. What's our aim on this guy? 100, you say? What can I do for a blue move? I can aid protocol, whichever person I'm pulling all the overwatches on, which is going to be Dread Mechanism because he's further forward. And then I'll just take the shot on the anti-riot mech. Because there's no reason not to break the overwatch by setting up the kill like this. How are your rockets looking this turn? Well now. Wait, no, come back. I saw you. That seems like a very good rocket to start with. Because our priority target here is the shield bearer. We missed the shield bearer. Good job. I wish I had just killed the riot mech with you like I originally planned to. I'm going to move forward to this full cover and use the shorty to kill the riot mech, I think. Point blank, 100%. Get him out.
I got it, buddy.
Okay. We take Dread Mechanism. We run forward. What's the rest of it? We need Bioburster and Shield Bearer dead this turn. And then there's an Advent mech that's also scary in the back, unfortunately. Nothing I can do about that one, though. So we want this rocket every single day of the week because we have to get working on the Bioburster and the Shield Bearer. We can focus the Pathfinder behind them or the Trooper in front of them. The Trooper in front of them is legitimately much scarier to me. Wait, do advanced Troopers have grenades? I thought they did when I made this decision. Let me see him. Yeah, he has a grenade. He's scarier. I can just walk forward and launch another rocket here. No, I can't because I've already launched Fiber Giant's rocket, apparently. Silly me. If I run out here on Fiber Giant, can my blast canister reach the Advent mech? It can. It doesn't tell me what damage it'll deal. And it says 3 to 6, but that's just the damage of my normal gun. I'm gonna save the game and just do this to see what it does, because the game's not interested in telling me. Like, what does this actually do? I'd rather hit the Assault than the Ripper. The Ripper's not a big deal. What does it do to a mech, though? Well, it certainly doesn't animate, that's for sure. Oh, it deals the same amount of damage, maybe more even, and it gives it a 2-turn shutdown. That's incredible. Blue screen canisters are absolutely ridiculous. I just wish they animated. I believe that's a glitch that happens with all of the canisters, unfortunately. Here it's an easy bombardment protocol on this gaggle of people I've been trying to focus down as my blue move, and then as my other move, I'm probably just shooting a rocket into the same gaggle of people. There's just not really much argument for not AoEing down the people who are making everyone else more durable. This rocket might not reach, which would be a good argument. It's a little bit far back, and it's not a guaranteed kill on the shield bearer. What do we have left? We have our tech specialist. We have a sapper. We can't use our defensive mines. We need those for the end, but we can get a pretty good shot, right? On this hive drone. We can just take a guaranteed kill on the assault as well. We don't need to shoot the hive drone. I believe this should still have vision of the assault from where I'm moving because of all this open area in front of me. Yep, just kill him.
Well, how about that? My ammo's running low.
What do we have? We have Big Large, we have Send Soldier, that's it. I mean, it's just gotta be the rocket, right? And then if it fails to kill the shield bearer, we combat protocol him. Otherwise, we might be able to wipe out the Bioburster with combat protocol. Very, very good. We can probably get the Bioburster then, if we run forward. Slight problem there. I found the tile. I have a line of sight from here. Yeah, I'm begging to get surrounded and beat up by chrysalids, and that part's unfortunate. But turning off the Bioburst and preventing another wave of shields as well as damage on my own units is very valuable. So this is just what I gotta do. And now there's 7 enemies up, several of them chrysalids. Really just 6 because the mech is shut down for the turn. Hopefully a lot of shots will go the way of this one and just be thrown into 4 armored targets. I think I've dealt with all the shred. Oh no, the heavy's definitely got base shred, hasn't he? Oh, he's got grenades. Alright, that's unfortunate. Our assault is no longer in cover. Hopefully he doesn't get murdered. Pure Mischief's done participating, always fun. I don't like how it's... Okay, we're summoning crystallines. I thought it might be somebody shooting from Fog of War into Umbral Assault. Yeah, sure, spend your action running away from the fight. We didn't need the combat engineer to do anything. Always satisfying to see Counter-Strike destroying weak enemies. I don't know why I felt the need to talk shit afterwards, but okay. Unfortunately, the hive drones are big enough that Counter-Strike is just getting to work on them. It's not actually killing them. And he wants to run a lap around them and like get... Oh, he missed. Theoretically, 3 Counter-Strikes would be enough to kill him. Guys, you really should not be targeting these people. You should be targeting the ones that don't have Counter-Strike. Oh, now he's on fire and he's given up on life. What a sad story for that chrysalid. Did you know that Rippers can just phase through doors? He's basically a Templar. Neat. Alright, so where'd he really end up? He ran into the other one? Oh my god. Oh, that's incredible. That's the best thing I've ever seen. Good job, Ripper.
More hostiles inbound.
No, there are more Rippers spotting. Alright, if you say so. Maybe these will not just commit suicide. Oh, well, there they go. Bye, folks. Oh, it lived. Hopefully it doesn't run into space before eventually getting to the other spark. Counter-Strike definitely saving me some action economy on the Ripper. So, I mean, theoretically. It did kill like 2 of them. Oh, Ripper Shred. I'm not sure I knew that. It makes logical sense, like they are synonyms, ripping, shredding. Fire Giant, what do you do for damage? Like, if I just kinetic strike this Mindbender, how's that look? It looks pretty good, but it's not going to kill. Unfortunate. Have I pulled the whole map? 23 across 4 pods. There could be a 5th pod. I'm not sure the Marine has a good play here. We've got a 96 on a Hive drone here. I don't want to use any more resources is the thing. If that's how I'm looking at this, getting up top for the cannon and then finding somewhere to shoot it seems like the play. The Hive drone.
Okay,
all right.
go.
And we're planning on not having anyone with guns active at the end of this turn, which is why I feel safe doing this. I'm not willing to... No, not the drones. I don't care about them. 81 on the Hive drone, huh? Yeah, we still take it. All right, good. That's very helpful for saving actions to deal with other threats. Over here, I think this one's actually just... Oh, you have a free reload, so I don't care about reloading nearly as much as I otherwise might. You're a little bit glitched and can't walk in this direction normally. This map is just very broken for some reason. Like, the units just keep getting pinned and not being able to move in normal paths. It's very weird. Anyway, I'm going to start walking to the right on Carbon Mile and get a point-blank shot on the Hive drone, because there's not much else for him to do. 97, huh? 1 damage left, like you do. I think that's perfectly reasonable for a tech spec. Oh, we can skull mine somebody. That would be a good solution to a problem. I want the stuff eventually. Yeah, sure. Give it your best. Let's see if we can't get some intel.
Target locked in.
Nice. Now there's a 56%, or you just take a lot of damage. Easy. I could have gotten the facility lead, but honestly, I think I prefer the intel. I don't really feel like I need the facility leads.
I've got access.
So that's very, very helpful in the long run. That's the whole reason we felt like it was a good decision to make Skulljacks and the like. This is a blue move, so I can do this, kill the Ripper and the mech. Kind of want to save the second charge of that, to be honest. I just have to imagine, right? Like, this happens. Surely that happens. Yes, there's a very tiny chance it pulls, and it never kills. But it gets it in shotgun ship range for the Sapper, who currently doesn't have great things to do with their turn. You can start running back, probably. We'll figure that out in hot seconds. If Synth Soldier jumps up, we'll have line of sight to all the Rippers from anywhere. No. Well, I've got line of sight to a hive drone here. 91 on that Ripper. Okay, here we go. I vision of 2 Rippers and the hive drone from up here. My aim should be even better up the high ground than at point blank, I think. So, we have 100, 100, 100, and 100. Good numbers. And an 81 on the heavy, who I forgot existed. Anyway, shoot him. And also, my Marine's in cover now, which is nice. Oh, I thought you had free reloads. That was the other one. Well, I'm no longer shooting the Rippers with you. The hive drone does need to die. The heavy's not going to die. The Spark is probably harder to kill in general. Yeah, it has armor, so we take the Spark out. We have a single shotgun left. Is anyone else available? Yes. We have Steel Guardian. You're not really available. And Dread Mechanism. Dread Mechanism is going to be using to increase our chances of success here. Kinetic Strike. And trying to kill the sectoid. Let's see if we can't avoid the 17% here. Nice. I don't know if we actually get our soldier back this turn. Yes, we do. Good. I couldn't recall if they had panicked this turn or last turn. Which gives us Steel Guardian. Oh no, we don't get them back. They're just done panicking. I don't like letting 2 Ripper attacks go through, to be honest with you. I think it just has to happen, though, unfortunately.
Seems doable.
Like, I just have to hope they don't deal too much damage. They don't focus fire anyone, because I've got no bullets left in the gun. I can't stay where I am and get good shots. I have to make sure it dies. Anyway, if you two want to get back in the fight next turn, that'd be great. And we're done for now. Let's see what the Ripper and the Heavy do. Almost full cleared. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. He does get the action back to shoot at me. Oh, or the Rippers. Look at him go. Thank you. Such a good guy. All right, this last one's not good guy behavior. But only 2 damage so far. It's not too bad. I'm gonna blue move forward to grab the loot here on a soldier that's relatively low importance. See if there is another pod in the back. I feel like I've killed everything, but I don't know for sure. Do I need to repair at 9? I don't need to, but it seems like it's probably a good decision. He's got armor. What is a good way of shredding armor? Well, this is a good way of not needing to shred armor. Just blow up his cover and deal massive damage to him. Thanks, Bombardment Protocol. 5 health, 2 armor is still a lot. Like, that's more than a Pathfinder, which I still consider a moderately inconvenient unit to deal with. But, like, there is this guy up here, right? So, yeah. Yeah, he's very dead. I forgot about using Soldier. I forgot I have guns that are, like, you know, actually cannons at mag tier and can just kill big units now. I'm not sure that's real cover. Anyway, I'm gonna get everyone grouping back up, reloading guns and overwatching for a bit, make sure we're actually safe. There is no alien turn. That is 23 enemies down, and that is everyone. Let's go figure out the second half of the mission. We're using a charge of repair on one of our infiltrators to get Fiber Giant back up to full. It's basically no investment. I've got plenty of that. It's way less good than the repair on my tech spec, by the way. This mission has been a technical hiccup and nightmare. This will be the 3rd time I do the ambush, because both of the first times it white screen bugged and you couldn't see what was happening. In addition, we had all this stuff where we had to TTC to move around and random tiles were blocked, and running here, there's a bunch of like invisible cover between us and where we came from. I don't quite remember which direction we came from. Was it here? Yeah, it was here. Look how ruined that is. At least on reloading the save, the invisible cover does appear to be gone, but yeah, lots of technical issues. Let's try this one more time. Let's see if we can't get the ambush to happen. We're going to pull the objective with our tech specialists because they matter the least for the ambush. The pods come down, and the plan is to run our pioneers into the pods or drop mines on them with our sapper and combat engineer. Overwatch from high ground with infiltrators. We have bombardment protocols available. All the cooldowns are up. This should be a steamroll, provided the screen doesn't turn white and stop us from seeing it. So this is very easy for Fiber Giant. This one's right next to us. We just walk into it in Overwatch. Because we're so well equipped to deal with that side, I honestly kind of feel like I want to move my combat engineer to the other side, because having done this several times, I can already tell you it's quite far away, and Dread Mechanism can't quite get into it. We're going to be staying here on Carbon Mile. We're going to be moving to the other side on our Marine.
What's over there?
Taking an Overwatch. I'm okay running over here with my combat engineer. I can imagine that I might need a rocket on this side, but I feel like I can just easily reposition to the other side if they need help. Whereas I might actually need the rocket on the left side. We're going to want our objective to come up top, obviously. We're going to run big, large towards the side that might actually need help. And before I make this last action, I'm going to save it in case I white screen bug for the 3rd time on this ambush. We overwatch. Now, please, for the love of God, let me actually see what happens this time. We have Officer Heavy Trooper on that side, and on this side we have Frost, Stun Lancer, and Sectoid. Now, let's see how these counter-strikes go. Not great so far on the one we were allowed to watch.
Eyes on an admin position.
Overwatch probably isn't... Alright, that'll teach me to doubt. 23%'s enough to kill sometime. Fair enough. The Marine should have much better odds. Very nice. 68 even. That's higher than I was expecting it to be. Admittedly, it was in the open, but still. So the counter-strikes did nothing on left side. This side should be better. The Sectoid's vulnerable. Oh. Yeah, like I was saying, the Sectoid's vulnerable to melee. It's also just vulnerable to bullets. Yeah, it's going pretty well so far, I would say.
Doesn't seem all that difficult to me.
Hey, we actually punched some... Well, we tried to. Did we actually? Hey, we actually punched somebody. It happened. Look at that. So there's a Gatling Trooper and a Stun Lancer on Overwatch. Where are the next pods coming down? That is a little bit annoying, but not the biggest deal. This is completely fine on this side. We're just able to easily reposition and deal with it. I don't really feel too threatened by this Stun Lancer. I'm going to be honest with you. Just trying to figure out the most efficient way of dealing with this stuff. Where's the other one? Wait, seriously, where's the one on the left side? It's not animating anymore. Man, this mission just had so many bugs. I would wonder if it's the map or what. It's been a nightmare. I'm going to save and load and see if I can see the flare. I don't know. Hey, the flare's animating now. Hot damn, look at that. All right, so are you even able to get near the flare? Like, not even a little. That narrows it down then. Punch this man. If I punch from here, I might throw open the wall, allowing myself to walk out next turn, which would be pretty funny. Unfortunate to take a wound. Also, you shred. Gross. Hey, look at that. There's a path out, baby. Oh, there's a box on the other side. Well, everyone knows the boxes are indestructible. We're just done here. That's unfortunate. Anyway, about the rest of this, we have a combat engineer that can get in range. Oh yeah, we need to deal with someone else first. I could bombard protocol this. Like, it feels like gross overkill. I can shield bash. I can flamethrow. Like, I just don't want to use resources on the guy. There. That's barely a resource.
Let's do this.
Reload and chuck a grenade. I've got plenty where it came from. I actually don't want this cover to exist anyway. That's just cover for the people to go through if they survive the drop. So, that'll work. Realistically, there was probably a better solution to this guy over here involving a grenade from my Marine, but oh well. We didn't do that. I'd rather dash into the center than get an Overwatch. Up here, reload Overwatch. Just keep on hunkering, buddy. I can get into full cover and Overwatch this pod as it comes in.
Scanning.
Up here, I definitely want to run up to it and chuck a defensive mine. There's nothing to think about on that front. I was briefly wondering, like, do I want a high ground Overwatch? Where should I be positioned? And then I remembered that you have defensive mines. And it's literally part of why I assembled the team the way I did.
Scanning.
Next up, we take the corner cover back in the Marine in the original location. I can zone suppress to get one shot. Oh no, I'll get 2 shots. No, it's not a kill zone yet. It has to be upgraded to be kill zone. Damn. Well, just take an Overwatch then.
Covering now.
You have free reload, so you walk closer in Overwatch. I believe that's our last action for the turn. And hopefully we don't white screen on this ambush. Does the Purifier explode enough to hit my... they'll be fine. They have full health. It's a combat engineer's job to take pointless damage anyway.
Eyes on an admin position.
Oh, hey, look at you. You actually slapped that one. Good job. And then you talk shit about it. So I expect most of this to die with the Overwatches and the defensive mine. Holy. I wasn't expecting you to kill him in one shot without the mine. Not dead yet, but I mean...
Damage.
Wait, do we just, like, not have eyes from up top? It could be animating out of order and they've already shot the left side. Yeah, that's what it is. I was like, there's no way I don't have eyes on that. And yeah, they're shooting on the left side. That's why we're not seeing anything happening. Counter-Strike letting me down, but I'm sure the guys up top won't. Yep, that's about right.
Do I get a badge or something?
Come on, deal 1 damage. It'll be so impactful. Oh, damn. Oh, you missed too. Oh, he was in full cover because he was technically in cover on the spark for the Overwatch. That's interesting. It's a lot worse to do counter-striking on sparks than blade storming on like a Templar or an Assault. I hadn't thought about that. Once again, the flare has instantly disappeared. I didn't see a second wind drop, which I think is correct. I think it should just be 1 flare at a time now, but let me save and reload again. Whoa. All right, we have a flare right here next to Fiber Giants. Let me scout for a while, make sure there's not a second one that I've missed. I don't think there was. We appear to be good. So due to my newfound discovery involving them using him as cover, I want him to be in a position where he doesn't actually see the whole thing in Overwatch. And if they do use him as cover, it won't be cover relative to my Overwatches. Guy, like, what are you doing, guy? I'm just going to overdrive this turn to make sure I kill this guy. Because, like, no one else has great shots on him. He's really inconvenient. Yeah, there we go. I'll just reload Overwatch with my other actions. You continue hunkering. Just take the flank shot on Big Large, as Big Large is easily one of the weaker soldiers available right now. Didn't even explode. I was briefly gonna say, those aren't explosive barrels, are they? And I was like, no, of course not. They're not red. Everyone knows explosive barrels are red. I can get back up top on my combat engineer. Move over and Overwatch on the sapper. I should have vision, I think, from 1 tile back. It is my belief that should work that way. You just sort of run in. You're not able to help. I can use a free overload here after the Overwatch, so there's nothing to think about. Just run forward and do it. Take your Overwatch. Alright, this pod should not stand a chance, just like the last several. Frost Purifier might drop, and Purifier. This might be a little bit dangerous for Fiber Giant. It's fine, it's the risk you take when you're blade storming. Oh, you talk shit even when he misses. Neat. Anyway, guys, if you could avoid blowing him up too much, I'd appreciate it. Oh, guys. He only took 1 damage so far. Don't do it to yourself, Fiber Giant. Okay, he appears to be safe. Unlike the Purifier that took cover on him. Oh, come on! Dread Mechanism just got out of there. Where's our reinforcements? Dread Mechanism, can you make it back in time? Yeah. I'm gonna run it on Dread Mechanism. Wait, this is a pistol Overwatch? A Cryolator Overwatch? This doesn't do anything. Try to spook someone who believes your bullshit. Didn't even shoot. He's like, I was bluffing. My gun doesn't do that. That was interesting. Didn't mean to move there. I was busy laughing. It'll be fine. We've got this in the bag. Take your free reload. We still have both bombardment protocols for the last pod, so like, they're just screwed. They're just dead as hell. Anyway, everyone rotate to the other side. Time to take different Overwatches. Again. You'd think Gavin would stop throwing people into the meat grinder that is this sewer. Move back as much as you can. I think my best line of sight will be from here. Really not worried about this last pod at all based on what all the other ones have been. Get in range. Get in range. You heard me the first 2 times. Don't make me repeat myself. Alright, let's see it. Is that it? They gave up. The big argument for upgrading the Spark Armor is actually to upgrade kinetic strike damage and the damage on counter-strike. Anyway, it doesn't seem to be too relevant right now. 1 trooper survived. So where's our evac, Bradford? Can we leave? Like, I'm fine with beating up more Advent. There's 40 dead and I can easily kill 40 more, but I would like to go home. Is everyone able to evac this turn? Because if so, we get to leave. Not quite everyone. Fiber Giants a turn short. You can get out from where you currently are, but you can also get out from over here.
I'm compelled to agree.
Move here, Overwatch. I should be able to blue move out from here. Do I want to bombard protocol to deal with the trooper? Yes. It's a little bit gratuitous, but it's fine. Get out of here. You're in the way. It's such a ridiculous ability. Anyway, what's next? You can just leave now. You don't need to stick around. Fiber Giants, how far away from getting out? 1 tile. Like you do. Just gonna run him up here in front of the Marine.
Request confirmed.
Dread Mechanism, I'm gonna run in the same general area. You can evac. I don't need to look at you anymore.
VIP secured in position.
Reload Overwatch on the tech spec.
Get the rest of the squad out of there before they get overrun by those.
Get a slightly better line of sight and Overwatch here. Slightly better line of sight. I don't know that that's a better line of sight. I just said it as I moved and then realized it was probably very Man, he better be able to make it out this turn. I'll be so upset with myself and my Marine. Like, I know cannon makes you slow, but surely it's not that slow, right? Oh, hell, look at that. A real pod. A lot of Frost dudes. Purifier, Trooper, Lancer. What's the 5th one? Trooper again. Somehow, I'm not too worried about this. Like, even if they take Overwatches, the Troopers have guns that deal debuffs instead of big damage, so I can just easily soak it. Also, rip that guy. He came to the wrong fucking rooftop. They're trying to destroy my rooftop by suicide bombing me. It's more effective than their previous strat. Oh no. What a avoidable 4 damage on, I think, Umbral Assault. The suicide bombing strat was far more effective than anything else Avon has tried this mission.
We picked up a lull in their forces. Looks like they're running out.
Oh my god, these Galaxy Brain chats. Not only did they deal damage to my Assault, or sorry, to my Marine named Assault, very confusing. Not only did they deal a bigger wound than they had all mission, they inflicted Bitter Frost, preventing him from leaving this turn, so now we have to keep fighting them. It's just rude more than anything. Alright, Dread Mechanism. You don't have your rocket anymore. That's fine. We don't need rockets to deal with this. It would have just made it slightly easier. Just gonna pop off the side. These guys have guns that don't deal enough damage to get through 3 armor on Overwatch. They would need a crit or somebody else to shred the armor. Lacking either of those things, they're just sitting ducks. We just take the flamethrower here. There's nothing else to really think about. Dead. Nice. Dread Mechanism is unfortunately still pulling Overwatch. That guy did not take the damage I was hoping he would. Your gun is empty. Your gun is not. So I can drop over on the Sapper and put a bullet into the Frost Lancer to break the Overwatch. Please stop that, sir. I don't want to take any wounds. Well, the stock will still deal the 1 chip to break the Overwatch. Combat Engineer is the only unit that's really in range here. I should have thrown a defensive mine forward. I forgot that this was here. Inside of the building, somehow. Going to move to here and try to flamethrow both of them. It's a little bit silly, but it looks like the line exists. Worst case scenario, I just flamethrow the Frost Trooper, which is still perfectly fine. Yeah, but I get both of them. Perfect. Okay, now that we've dealt with them horrifically, based on how close we are now, I don't know that I'll be able to get out if I just move to here. I would like to leave sooner rather than later. So I'm going to move all the way to here and skip the Overwatch this time. They get right up on them in Overwatch with Dread Mechanism. I think they're going to land on the roof, honestly. I'm going to reload Overwatch here. Same here. I think I'm being lied to. I think they're going to show up on the roof. Because I was thinking, like, there's no way you can drop there. There's a Z level above it. They didn't show up on the roof. They're just there. Very interesting. Not super logical, but neat. Anyway, it's a bunch of normal troopers. How sad. These poor guys have just been thrown to their deaths. Is this like a punishment for them having failed in the past? Did they like really fuck up with a different resistance before XCOM and this is their punishment, is to be thrown to us knowing it does nothing? Oh, you're running into the other Counter-Strike. I didn't even set it up, you did it to yourself. Neat. I'm really just trying to leave, though. I don't want to fight you. Fiber Giant has the armor to run all of this, no issues. Okay, so we can leave for real this time, right? Oh my god, Fiber Giant almost doesn't make it, but he does. Good. Fiber Giant, get out. And if Fiber Giant can make it, surely everyone else can. Alright, good job, team. There are 3 active. I think they're actually just going to be dead as we leave as well. Because, yep, that's Blue move in and drop a Bombard protocol on these 2 over here. Damn shame about that. Bye, folks. It's just such a strong ability. How is this at Sergeant? It's so good. Anyway, get the sparks out. Synth Soldier moves to here with his blue move and sees if he can't kill the other one. Well, based on this rocket, it's not really much of a guess. Is anyone looking for a little bit more XP? I think the answer is no. 40 of 25. That's the most we've over exceeded on a Sergeant before. Anyway, get out. I'm just worried that somehow it's going to spread, even though this rocket type doesn't do that. Going to take Synth Soldier, or take Pure Mischief out of Synth Soldier's line of fire before I launch this. And now we're good to go. 51 Advent down, mission accomplished. Except for the Frost Purifier at the end, I think that was very nearly a flawless mission. Like, some wounds that weren't too bad happened on the Pioneers, but that was the plan. That's the expectation going in. Evac, oh, good luck. Let's see who got MVP, because that was a long mission. I honestly can't even guess. Probably an Infiltrator. 3 wounds, I think that's both Pioneers and the Assault, or sorry, Umbral Assault, the Marine. Very confusing. That's a lot of, oh, right, yeah, the damage is glitched when you use Skulljack. Yeah, he didn't deal 232. It just gives you crazy nonsense numbers when you use Skulljack. 7 kills, 4 kills, and terrible accuracy on Steel Guardian. Umbral Assault doing much better even as a Marine. Tons of damage, very good accuracy, but not very many kills on Fiber Giant, just setting up other people. Dread Mechanism actually fired less shots and dealt more damage than got the kills himself, which is interesting. Carbon Mile at 10 kills, 95 damage, has taken the MVP. And really doesn't seem like he deserved it over Synth Soldier, who is also at 10 kills, 95 damage exactly, but with better accuracy score over more shots. Synth Soldier just got robbed of that medal. He did not deserve that. As we come back, we have Umbral Assault out for 12 days. Very minor wound from the Pioneers. Here, we're going to be taking Penholm down because, like, without this, area suppression is not that important. With this, it's tremendous. It disorients everyone. It prevents them from using a lot of their abilities. It makes them slower. It actually, you know, pins them down, as opposed to just being a vaguely threatening thing to do. And sadly, no other promotions than that. Everyone was just working their way through Sergeants. We did get some loots. Mobility, Will, a laser sight. Nothing really. 20 intel from the Skulljack's the main thing we got. 21 intel here. So the pile of intel is nice. That can get converted to something valuable elsewhere. And Umbral Assault unfortunately picks up a Risk Taker. Now they get -5 aim when out of half cover. Unfortunate. We have an increased region income. I don't care at all. We were working on an engineer, I believe. 6 days left on that. Then we're doing rookies afterwards. Probably. We're definitely doing the engineer first. There's really no debate there. Illyrium should finish about the time we get to our objective, if not slightly afterwards. Huh, the time ticked up normally and then just jumped forward, or maybe backward, and it's still at 5 hours. Apparently travel time is not research time. I did not know this.
Commander.
So, we have got Illyrium. Now we can upgrade our power supply. More importantly, we can research Illyrium power integration, and that is fantastic. Faces Autopsy is now instant. I guess I may as well. I haven't been using Mimic Beacons. I don't know that I have a mod installed that makes them worse. I feel like I do. Like, surely that's a thing I have installed. But it's not specifically for that, so it's just like maybe something else covered it? I mean, I'm gonna take it. And I'll probably build Mimic Beacons and see how they feel, because why wouldn't I? But I'm worried that they're very bad in my version of the game, though I have no real proof that that's the case. For 5 alloys, 5 crystals, and 25 days, we're going to be getting the bridging tech, increasing the value of all plated armor and Gauss by 1 damage or 1 health, depending on whether it's a weapon or armor. And I think after that, we're gonna like start doing other stuff. Probably immediately after that, we do psionics, and then we start doing various things like the muton autopsies, the normal muton autopsy, this one, to unlock plasma grenades and the advanced grenade launcher. Oh, this is not how I get the gauntlet though. I wonder what gauntlet upgrade is from. Before I leave to find that out, I'm going to quickly make sure I do the important thing. We research this first. That's so strong, even if it takes a long time to do, it's an entire supply drop. The Purifier Autopsy is what gets us the Gauntlet Mark II. That's what I'm waiting on, apparently. Makes sense, it's a flamethrower. Yeah, checks out. On June 20th, I need to pause time, but until then, I can just keep going. Flagship Inferno is back with more mobility. Blast Dynamo's not a rookie anymore, but that doesn't make her good. Not by any stretch of the imagination. She's just going to turn into a combat engineer and do that forever. Anyway, the scanning sites were not the reason I did that. We keep on scanning until decently into the 20th. Never mind, we have an assault mission. The assault mission is for delaying the other dark event. Wait, is it bending read or hidden? Hidden. All right, we can do this one then. We get a chunk of intel. It has comms jamming, updated firewalls. Wait a second, biopurge. I need to know what that means. The Abbott Bio Division has deployed larger BioBeast units to track down and remove any remaining survivors. I think we should be fine. This doesn't seem too bad. Generally speaking, I'm not terribly afraid of melee unit mission set reps, but it's still scary because it's bio melee units. Yeah, very difficult. It's not the difficulty I wanted to see. Whoa, Depressed Stronger is back at 48. Well, that dude was shaken not too long ago, wasn't he? Okay, wait a second. Shaken doesn't work how I thought it did. Let me make sure my game's not glitched, because I was thinking when I got White Wolf on the team, wasn't he shaken too? I thought I was gonna like put him in the infirmary or something. When you heal from shaken, you just go straight to full well? I thought you would like graduate to a low degree of tired. It's amazing I played the game this long and haven't realized this. Considering this is a basic mechanic, you'd think I could easily find the answer on the wiki, but I can't. Get in here, Draugr. You need all the experience I can put on a soldier. I'm building another shard gun for this mission. This is the type of weapon where there's not such a thing as building too many of them. I will get use out of every mag shard gun I build. I'm perfectly happy to go up to 4 of them. All right, next mission, we have Operation Corvette Broadsword. I'm leaving Dread Mechanism behind. I really dislike having Double Pioneer on the team unless I feel like I absolutely need it. And with a bunch of melee units, that feels very unlikely. As for the rest of the team, I've just optimized offensive damage output, Skirmisher, Marine, Combat Engineer, Assault, Sapper, lots of explosives, lots of shotguns, lots of characters shooting guns more than once in a turn. I feel like this is going to be a stomp. I feel very little fear going into this. If we were able to handle last mission, I have a hard time imagining not handling this mission, but Bio Division might knock me down a peg. We'll see just how bad Bio Purge is next time at Force Level 8. I don't think we have Biozerkers yet, so it shouldn't be too terrifying. It should still be a little bit rough, but I think we're more than capable of handling it.
New staff for the engineering team, but as it stands, we have people still waiting for an assignment.
Fucking excuse me, Shin?
Construction, excavation, or staffing a facility. Hello, Commander.
We have someone just not doing anything? That's unacceptable. Start digging. Glad I listened to Shen for once. I must have taken them off the infirmary with the intent of putting them on clean alien debris and then just not done it. I'm 100% sure that's what happens. Anyways, I'm done for now. I've been rather coherent. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, algorithm nonsense, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.